So Guido, so my experience in the crypto economy now has been that a lot of what we have done in the past in investment banking, all these services, issues, and all these different aspects of it are actually, it feels like that they will come to crypto economy as well. So I was kind of wondering, from your portfolio experience and portfolio of what services you provide with B&B Analytics, where do you see that you guys can kind of support this crypto economy and the clients holding crypto assets?
Thank you, Mauro. So, as you mentioned, as a strategic advisor and a wealth manager, we have to understand crypto assets as an asset class. And there are three elements. One is crypto as an exchange of goods. So these are typically the bitcoins and these types of cryptocurrencies, where we really have to understand not only the development of price, but also understanding the economic value, i.e. the liquidity exchange from fiat into crypto and crypto to fiat. Yeah. This is a very important element. The second one is the token capability, where clients are now holding companies and they're wondering how they can explore that particular element. Here we are really helping them in line with the exchange crypto assets, to what extent it makes sense to implement such a methodology, and what are the total costs of opportunities versus the implementation cost of a traditional distribution layer. And the third one is really digital assets, holding a share into as part of a digital blockchain. To what extent you can disintermediate the traditional players and you can go directly to those people who are interested to invest into the company. As a B&B, as a risk company, we obviously are very enthusiastic about the opportunities. However, risk is a big element of decision making in general, even in life, right? Yeah. So we see a couple of immense risk. The first one is the valuation of things, right? If you look at Bitcoin, what is the valuation? What is the inner value? It's so far nobody can explain. It's basically the belief of the limited assets versus the demand, and there's a lot of capital coming in, right? And it's very hard for the liquidity, the conversion of crypto into fiat. The second one is the physical risk, because at the end of the day you have a key, right? You have the cold storage. Yes. There are people, US clients and companies that have in the Swiss mountain that put in all the things in there. It's like gold, right? Gold, yes. And if it's gone, right? So in that, if you go back to gold, the equivalent of gold is harder to rob, or it's safer than if you have it on various tokens.
Because it's not digital, transferable.
Exactly. The third one is really the internet risk with the blockchain technology and the distribution. If one sovereign entity decides to cut the internet, then you cannot no longer use those digital assets because it's connected with each other. And last but not least is the regulatory environment, right? And we have seen various countries to cut the ICO dynamic for good reasons. There are particular elements in terms of cross-border. There is also the whole money laundering element there, where certain companies that had completed a successful ICO have now to go through and reject some of the investors. So all these four elements in itself have to be weighted against the fantastic opportunity that exists. And I always say to my clients, we win, but we never lose, we only learn. And we have to make sure that the costs of learning are smaller than the value creation